Good evening, everyone. It is December 5th, 2022. We have finished our Monday RTH session, and Tuesday's Globex has opened up. We're trading at 40.11 right now. What we had today was a lot of diddling on Sunday's Globex session. We were unable to get above the prior week's POC, kind of hanging around that 71 number. 71s were also value area high from Friday, so really we couldn't escape value. We went ahead and sold off into these 54s, that key level, 2021's value area low, and what was settlement lows on the session. And we did sell off continuing into the open. And we did try and test that off the open, that 54 area, whether you want to call it Globex's value area low, whether you want to call it settlement lows or the 2021 value area low, or just 55s being a nice level, whatever you want to call it. We rejected that area and we just trended down for the majority of the day. We had a nice bid off of that pivot area, but after that we did collapse. We had 40-30, 4,000 to 40-30 as some two-way trade on a smaller time frame chart. You can see that did happen. So this sort of area here, we had some nice rotation trading happening. Still overall trending down though. I was looking for us to get into the 75 area after breaking 4,000, but we did catch a bid at the end of the day around 245 at the 86s. So now, what am I looking for? Well, to me, we have a one major spot for resistance, and that is kind of, we can call it 55-ish to about 38-ish. So 38's just being kind of the RTH highs from this week and the next week, and up to about 55, where we have kind of the Globex highs, this major swing low, where we caught the bid earlier today. So this whole area to me is kind of the major important area to watch for a shift in momentum. So as long as we're kind of trading below there, I don't want to be extremely aggressive with longs. I think you can kind of have some nice two-way trade between kind of 38 to 55-ish, and then again between about 4,006-ish to as long as we're holding this, I think this kind of is your last kind of area for bulls. 4,009-ish being the high of the week from that first week we came into this from the CPI ramp, and where it seemed like an important area where we held the bid during whatever that was, I think NFP data. So kind of 4,006 to 20, and then 4,038 to 55-ish are kind of the two important areas that I'm watching on these higher time frames. Below 4,000s, I think you can start getting a little more aggressive on the sell side, expecting us to come into kind of this area down here around kind of the 75 to 60 area. We do have the November POC coming in at, I believe, 39.59. Yeah, 39.59.75. So just right around there is the November POC. I think that's where you'll have some major short covering, and then a little lower is where I would be hesitant trying to knife catch. I think you're knife catching around 45. Instead, I would wait for a position to be built and then maybe take it long, or wait for us to get above 68 and then take that long for a move back into prior week's value area. So that's kind of how I'm looking at it, and I have labeled that off over here. Major covering around here, kind of messy in that 35 to 50, 40 to 40, 30, two-way trade, and that pivot at 40.25. So anyway, let's get into what I'm actually looking for tomorrow. We're 4 minutes into the video. Before we get into that, I just want to show you guys the structure. I know this is a little bit ugly, so just give it a second in your heads to download into your brains while you're looking at this. All this is a 5-minute chart of the ES. I've labeled off some important structure. We'll hide this. That's just these blue squiggly lines. That's just showing you the value area on the week, but I'm going to get rid of that. So all we have is this red line showing us the point of control as it shifted throughout the day, value area low throughout the day, and value area high throughout the day, this blue line as well. So what you can see is we had that ramp touch to the tick on value area low of Globex, and again, I mentioned that was a number of other spots as well as some confluence. We were unable to get back above the open around 11 o'clock, and instead we sold off, lost the half back developed some volume around that 40.13 prior to again selling off into the lows. So our POC is coming in quite low on the session, near value area low. To me, our value area high isn't actually that far up, so we may be able to get some breakout momentum if we get above this kind of 25-ish area. So how am I actually looking to trade this now? Let's see if I can pull this up for you guys. I believe this should be our chart. Here we go. And there we are. Come on. There we go. And let me just make sure that is showing up on your guys' screen. I'm not sure if it's showing up. There we go. There you go. You guys should be able to see that. All this is a 30-minute of what we've been watching. I've taken off the zones and just included the levels. So what I'm looking for is I want to be short from 4006. That is if I see us move from above down below. Why I write that is just, it shows to me that there is actual sell pressure. Instead of having an open down below and then seeing us open drive upwards, for example, instead I would look at us have sell pressure, break this 40.15, get below 4,000s, then hit it short. So looking to sell '06, sell 84, for that move into 68, I want to see covering at 68, hit it long. If we don't, I will be short at 62. There is something at the 45 area, but I will not be engaging. Instead, what I want to see is us hold that kind of 13 to 21 area. And if we do, I will be looking to take 26s long, just value area low from that session back on the 17th, I believe. Other than that, looking to take 40, 15, and 28s long for that ride up towards that major pivotal zone that I was talking about, the kind of 38 to 55. I will be fading at 44 quarter, where we had nice support today, and we also offered right around there. And then following that, I want to be long at 55s, long at 65s, long at 83s. I doubt we get much higher than that. So that's kind of the range that I'm looking at. That's a 180 point range in the screen there, with not too many levels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 levels in a 150 point range. Not too aggressive. So that's all I'm looking for tomorrow. Just buying and selling those levels, and no real idea with directionality, but I would really try and focus on this over here and just try and really keep in mind that our major levels are going to be that 40, 20-ish to 4,006-ish. That is an idea of momentum, kind of the last area I want to see bulls holding on to. And then I start getting more bullish above this 40.55 to 40.55 to 40.38 area. Once we break out over that, I think we can start regressing. We can get some mean reversion into that 71 area where Globex had most of its volume done, the value area high from Friday, and maybe even get into that 83 number. So that's all I have for you guys. 8.5-minute video. I probably will not be trading, and this is likely to be the last daily update for a while. I'm heading off across the ocean, so I probably will not be able to make another video in time. So hope that helps, and trade safe, you guys.